Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's David Burney.
My name is Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Nice morning. Cloudy skies. Temperatures around 16 and 17 this morning. Wind's not blowing, so hey, it's looking good out there. Going to melt some more snow today, which is good. And the roads are clearing up and getting better. Main highway in real good shape, pretty good shape. Our side roads we'll want to still be careful on. Might not be able to stop at a stop sign. All those things that come with that patchy ice that refreezes overnight when it gets down to, I believe it's 13 last night. So there are going to be some slick spots out there today. So please drive carefully and enjoy the day. Looks like we're in for some March-like weather, seasonal temperature-wise. This weekend back for a chance of some more moisture. So that's the way it is. Weather-wise, that's the way it is here in central Nebraska. That's just the way it is.
Yeah. Easter Sunday looks okay, though?
During the day, yep.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Good.
Should be good travel weather. We'll kind of watch the weather forecast for you because it's only Wednesday.
Very good point.
And the weather people tend to change a bit with the weather.
Yes.
As it comes in, they adjust. So hopefully they won't move things up, or miscue here and have another one of those surprise storms, which we don't like very much. But, Easter's one of those holidays that when you were younger, you can remember going out and playing with your cousins in the front yard and having a ball game, hiding Easter eggs. And then there's also times where it was like this and you couldn't. Now, Easter is early this year, but you never know with Easter what kind of weather you're going to get. Sometimes you can be out in your shirt sleeves.
Yeah.
It's just hard to say. I don't think it's going to be quite that warm this weekend because there is cool temperatures and chance of some wet weather in the forecast. So, but Easter Sunday is coming. Yeah.
All of the advancements in technology.
Mm-hmm.
And Grant, I think we can say that predicting the weather has probably become better, but you still can't pinpoint it, can you? Even with all the technological advances, you still can't pinpoint exactly what it's going to do.
You can't. I think it's amazing because I don't know how many stations that you watch or listen to. I think maybe TV looks a little further ahead than most radio stations, but we do the Weather Planner, which is a 6 and 7 day forecast. So we are always looking ahead, and we kind of watch it change as the weather gets a little closer, and they pin it down a little bit. But, yeah, I think it's improved. When you think about it, when they're talking about it's going to be one of the days that they were forecasting, I don't remember which one, it was going to be 57. And I'm going, well, how do you come up with 57?
Yeah.
Could you say mid to upper? We used to always say mid to upper 50s because they didn't know for sure. I don't know how they can think they can tell you exactly what the temperature is going to be, but they come pretty close.
Yeah.
So you're right. They have made improvements.
They have. I just laugh when, like snowfall. Just still with all the technological advances, you just can't predict because you get forecasts anywhere from 2 to 12 inches.
Yeah.
Or 3 to 11 inches.
So this is
I'm
pretty
like,
much
wow.
that. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's all right.
That's kind of the way it was this time, this recent storm. And this one, I think, depended on how long it rained before it started snowing.
Yeah, right.
And I didn't get any criticism, but somebody politely said, how much we get, Dave? And I said, well, I'm thinking maybe 4 inches. I think I saw where we got 7, and I did not argue. I said, it could be 7.
Yeah.
I mean,
difficult to measure.
We couldn't find a place to measure it because of the way the wind was blowing.
Yeah.
But I could tell you what we got for precipitation. I couldn't find any place in town before I came out here that I could measure more than 3.5 inches, to be honest with you, because it just wasn't staying put. But it did rain a long time before this snow started, and it depends on where you're at, probably how fast that rain changed over to snow. But we already melted down a bunch of it yesterday, which is good. And hopefully this will all soak in and not just run off.
Yeah.
So that's good. Today is Quirky Country Music Song Titles Day. So I'm going to ask for your help today because you are a little bit more versed to country than I am.
All right. A couple have come to my mind immediately.
They have an example here: honky tonk, but donk a dunk.
Oh, okay.
That gives you an example of Quirky Country Song Titles Day. If you're singing along the classics, the Quirkies, it kind of just another example of how maybe country music doesn't always take itself too seriously, and they come up with some songs with quirky titles. I mean, there's some themes with country music. We've talked about that before that always seem to pop up in songs, but
May the bird of paradise fly up your nose.
Yeah, that's one that people always remember. That's right.
She got the gold mine, I got the shaft.
Yeah, there you go. There's a lot of them. We can probably play some of those for you today. That's what we'll do. It's also National Scribble Day. I don't know how many of you folks...
Scribble, boy.
I think Bob Bowles was one of the biggest scribblers I'd seen. When we did the breakfast show, he usually had a whole page full of scribbles and kind of some abstract art or whatever you'd call it. But it also is good for kids. Psychologists say that scribbling for little kids is very, very healthy. And it might not look like much, but they say it's how young minds learn to express their thoughts and creativity by scribbling things.
Nice.
Yeah, very good.
Now, I don't know if my grade school teachers knew that when I was growing up, because they would, come by and we're supposed to be taking notes, and Prince Page was just
full scribbles.
Doodle.
Yeah.
Scribbles, I called them doodles. Are they the same thing? Same thing?
Probably.
Scribbles,
probably.
doodles?
Yeah.
Yeah. But in their defense, a lot of Brent's scribbles on his paper came because he wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I know. I had a friend who, he wasn't a scribbler, but he got caught with a Playboy inside of his classroom book. That didn't go over so good either.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it was science class.
Was
Makes sense, science.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Anatomy, I don't know. I don't know how he
That's funny.
I don't know how he ever thought he was going to get away with that. Yeah. He had it, the book, he had it tucked into his book and looked like he was looking at his book. He had a Playboy in there. And unfortunately, it was didn't go over very well. And it was a lady teacher, not a guy teacher. So that didn't even help at all. I don't know what price he paid for that. Manatee Appreciation Day. We'll switch gears here. They are amazing. Manatees are also known as sea cows. They're actually closely related to elephants.
Really?
Yeah. So you got to think they're probably really intelligent, because elephants are very, very intelligent and have great memories, right? They're closely related to the elephant, and they can hold their breath for 20 minutes at a time. That's a long time underwater.
That's a long time.
And they're being more careful about the manatees because they, in some parts of their environment, they've been getting hit with propeller blades on boats. And a lot of them, if you'll see pictures of them, they've got scars all over from being, cut up by boats passing through. So they're trying to change that, and they're a pretty neat part of our animal kingdom. State-of-the-art international auto show opens in New York today. It shouldn't be too surprising that a lot of the new hardware is battery-powered. And Ram's going to show off its new electric truck with a gigantic touchscreen display. And Hyundai's luxury Genesis line unveils a new concept SUV that supposedly looks like the baby of a Porsche and a Lamborghini.
Wow.
And they're all electric. Now, I got a feeling these particular models, excepting maybe the Ram, are for kind of rich people.
I'm guessing you're probably right. I'm sure they're out of my price range.
Yeah. It's also the anniversary of Viagra.
Oh, well,
Just so you know.
All right. Thanks, Dave.
The FDA approved this particular pill in 1998.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Still ranks highly in the income side of things, on the pill side of things.
Oh.
Rakes in nearly $2 billion in sales every year for Pfizer. Even with all the competition and...
And their advertising budget has certainly increased over the years.
Well, as generics...
lot more ads
generics
regarding
come along,
that product.
Exactly. Birthdays, Mariah Carey, 55 today, 5-time Grammy-winning superstar, famous for her vocal range.
Mm-hmm.
And she is also famous for All I Want for Christmas. And Quentin Tarantino is 61, director of Once Upon a Time, Oscar-winning director, screenwriter, brought in many cult favorites, including Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, and True Romance. All a little bit on the dark side.
Oh, he's an interesting dude.
Yeah. You like those kind of films? He's probably the best at it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Darn it, I wanted to go get a ticket, and I didn't. How about you?
No, it don't matter now. Somebody in New Jersey won.
Yeah, the Mega Billion have finally got a winner. The lucky numbers were 7, 11, 22, 29, and 38, with a mega ball of 4. There was only one ticket that matched the numbers. Exactly.
And it was in New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, there's some others who, were close and would win $1 million or $2 million. But...
I'd be happy with that.
Well, that'd be okay.
To be honest, I'd be more happy with that.
Well, doesn't matter. We didn't buy a ticket.
No.
Now we can still get in on the $865 million Powerball jackpot.
No, that'll work.
That's still available if you want to give it a try. So those are some of the topics that we have for you today. We expect Mike Evans in a little bit, and I suppose the schools are back in session, right?
I think so. I did bring up the closings page, and it said nothing matches your criteria.
That's good.
So that was very good to see this morning.
Well, the kids are going to have to go to school at least a couple days.
Yeah, then they're going to get back out probably for Easter break here coming up, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, happy children. Except for those who love to go to school. Sumner Eddyville Miller today. What is this? Got to catch up because we haven't been reading them.
27th today.
27th, Wednesday, March 27th. Chicken Bacon Ranch at SEM.
Gothenburg schools, some of their choices today will include orange chicken over rice, mozzarella Twiz sticks with marinara dipping sauce, fresh baked turkey and cheese sub, and made fresh buffalo ranch pizza. Some of your choices at Gothenburg.
Loaded hash browns and nachos today at Litchfield.
Thetford School today serving ham at Thetford.
Good morning to Cadence down in Litchfield. The Prairie Pioneer Center today on this 27th day, chicken salad sandwich, veggie salad, and fruit. Some of these menus, including the Prairie Pioneer Center, may be a little different than what we're reading because of, the last couple of days not having lunch. They may mix it up a little bit. The number to call the center at is 872-6121.
Callaway today serving pizza sticks on the menu at Callaway today.
Let me turn the page here on COZAD. Get to the 27th. Today, it's chicken patty with glazed ham, roasted pineapples with hot roll. You can also get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich as well. And it looks like maybe this is the last day of the week that they'll be having school at COZAD.
Arnold today, chicken nuggets and mac and cheese on the menu at Arnold today.
And at Loop City, it's chicken leg or Salisbury steak.
Ansley today serving spaghetti at Ansley School.
Broken Bow Middle School, High School, made fresh loaded hash browns with dinner roll, mozzarella Twiz sticks with marinara dipping sauce, fresh baked combo subs, grilled chicken deli wrap, and build your own hot dog station today at the Broken Bow Middle School, High School.
Sargent today, spaghetti with meat sauce, green beans, fruit cup, breadsticks, and milk at Sargent today.
And Selma Myrna, they're having also the loaded hash browns with dinner roll, Twiz sticks, dipping sauce, Uncrustable cheese and cracker platter.
I'm nervous. I have, it looks like maybe an Italian dish that I don't know how to pronounce. Do I just do my best?
I would say Italian dish.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Italian dish with Alfredo.
There you go.
Pierogi?
I don't know.
That's what is for lunch at Sandhills today in Dunning. Carrots on the menu as well at Sandhills Public School in Dunning.
All right, we're going to play the game. It's Runza Day today, so we're going to be giving away a good treat at Runza. Big Pig Day today on Wednesdays. And what question are we going to be asking our listeners today?
We're asking questions about Easter. Now, apart from rabbits, what other animal seems to be associated with Easter? And I guess we would probably be talking on the commercial side of things. Okay. Apart from rabbits, what other animal is associated with Easter? Your choices are donkeys, cats, chicks, or otters. Sorry.
Otters? Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Well, if you know, you can give us a call at 872-2801.
Your mornings sound better.
If you're driving in the car on the way to work, it just makes your day more enjoyable just listening to them.
The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
Hey listeners, Runza's fish sandwich is the real deal and back on the menu for a limited time. Golden brown and perfectly crispy North Pacific cod fillet topped with American cheese and served atop lettuce and tartar sauce, sure to have you hooked in the first bite. Add double-dipped onion rings and a drink for the perfect combo meal. Swim on into Runza for a fish sandwich, back for a limited time only. Runza makes it all better. Remember, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day.
Oh, sorry to cut you off there, Brent.
No, that wasn't your fault.
I had a little mishap earlier. The computer, I'll just tell you right now, has a little mind of its own today, so just be ready. That was me, but earlier it was playing commercials and music at the same time. I happened to be in the other room. Didn't work out real well. You know, you sit there all morning and then you walk out and it does something like that.
Oh, yeah,
you walk
been
back
there.
in and you go, what's going on? Hey, Sharon's on the line. Good morning, Sharon.
Well, good morning to you guys.
How are you?
I'm good.
Are you ready for Easter? I guess.
I am ready.
Getting
there.
Yeah, we're getting close. Now, we know the bunny is part of Easter, but Brent wants to ask you a question about maybe an alternative source.
Okay.
Yeah. What other animal has kind of become associated with Easter on the commercial side there, Sharon? Is it donkeys, cats, chicks, or otters?
Well, I don't think it's otters.
No, I don't think so.
Well, maybe the donkey?
Well, see, that's what I was kind of thinking of, especially from the religious perspective.
Right,
when you
and
think
not
about
commercial, really.
Yes, right. Actually, the answer was chicks.
Okay.
And I'm kind of thinking of, well, I'll be honest, where my mind went when I saw the answer was chicks. My mind went to the Peeps.
Yeah,
associated with Easter because you got bunnies and chicks.
Well, I'm
from
not a
Peeps.
big Peeps fan, so my mind wouldn't have gone there.
Same here, Sharon.
Sharon, we're going to make you a winner because I think your answer was really good.
Well, great.
So we're going to put your name on a certificate here that's going to get you a free pig in a blanket that they serve on Wednesdays at Runza. So you come
I
on.
love those.
Yeah, come on out and see us when you can.
Okay, we'll do. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you, Sharon.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. 10 minutes before the hour. Mike Evans is here. We'll be talking with Mike right after these words.
Is pain keeping you from doing what you love? If your neck, shoulders, back, or knees are preventing you from feeling your best, it's time to take action. Whether you've had it for years or it's due to a recent injury, you don't have to live with the pain. Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow offers personalized treatments and flexible appointments that work around your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
Homeowners, landlords, and business owners of Custer County and beyond. Is your lawn begging for a makeover? Sharon Lawn Care and Sprinkler Repair has the magic touch for your green oasis. A 4 or 5-step fertilizer program, sprinkler repair expertise, and top-notch aeration and mowing. Transforming your yard into a lush paradise is just a call away. Call Kyle at 308-870-0348. Serving Custer County and beyond.
Sharon Lawn Care and Sprinkler Repair, where the grass is always greener.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we wake you up?
Nebraska's favorite way to start the day on KCNI KBBN.
And good morning to Steve Hornickel, who has dropped in a good morning to us. Thanks, Steve. Always good to hear from you. And it's always good to have Mike in from Evans Feed. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing good, Dave.
Good. You ever have anybody in your science class have a Playboy magazine in their book and get caught with it?
Not that I recall.
Yeah.
You did?
True story, yeah.
Wow.
But I don't remember the punishment. I don't remember what happened to him.
Probably had to forfeit the magazine to the teacher.
Well, I don't think so because it was a lady teacher.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Can't remember the punishment. You should remember the punishment. Of course, I didn't happen to be punished that time in that particular moment.
Maybe he was just reading the articles.
Yeah.
Well, they did write good articles
They
back
sure
then.
did, yes.
Yeah. That's always the way. I'm glad you said that because, back in the day, they go, well, I have Playboy, but I get it for the articles. They have really good,
Very good,
really good articles.
Very talented.
Yeah. I don't look at the pictures. So, how's things at the feed store?
Feed store's all right. It's been a tough go for the country folk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had 2 or 3 days of an east wind and then rain and then snow and lots of drifts. They got it a lot worse west of here, west and north probably.
And west, yeah.
And they're pretty buried up there. And it was most people are protected from the north wind, but the east and the south, it's aggravating every day. And you know what's coming usually after 3 days of an east wind and so the cattle people are they've been through the ringer this last week.
Mike, I have a question for you. When we see a storm being forecast coming in, if you go to the grocery store about a day or two before the storm, it's just nuts.
Yeah.
Is it the same at the feed store?
If they forecast it right, it is. Yeah. I mean, it's tough, but yeah, most people are trying to be stocked up. We threw out a deal, my son mostly, but that we would be around because we were in town anyway, and so if people got caught off guard by this one, we were there. And there's a few people that needed some milk replacer and colostrum and maybe a few lick tubs and some cubes and things like that. But for the most part, most of the producers were in pretty good shape, probably moving cows and getting them behind the trees and stuff like that. But they were busy, and it's been they're still digging out. It's a struggle, but no, yeah, we really have to stay stocked up all the time because this time of year you just never know.
Yeah,
and so it gets to be an inventory crunch because we have cane seed coming in, we got twine coming in, and net wrap coming in, but we still need to keep the feed because we're not to grass yet, and so the warehouse gets a little tight. But that's we're used to it. You just stack it higher and stack some of it outside and wherever else you can find.
Yeah.
So,
well, the calves that were on the ground already, that's probably kind of a shocker to them because we really haven't had any of that sort of colder weather or wet weather.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I've always been told, I sure don't know myself, but storms oftentimes kind of spark bursts, it seems like.
Yeah, the low pressure, and it really got pretty low on this one. So I'm sure that they say that helps. I don't know how you want to say it, but it induces the cow to calve or something to do with the pressures, and I think there's something to it because all the ranchers seem to be ready for it. But Yeah, it's a difficult situation.
Well, and all the rain we had ahead of the snow, and then all the frozen moisture under it's got to be kind of hard to, dig out under those circumstances.
Yeah. So. Now they say if it rains this Sunday, then it rains for either 6 or 7 Sundays after that, right?
I don't know. Is that
if it rains on Easter?
Yeah, I've kind of heard something like that. I'm not exactly sure what the number is, but yeah, I think you're right. There's
we got a pretty good shot at it.
It goes like that.
Forecast is calling for some moisture on Easter, so
we're going to have moisture, and when it warms up, we're going to have grass to start with, and it's going to be. I think it's going to be pretty fast-growing grass. So that just kind of reminds me that we need to be aware of grass tetany coming. You know, I say that a lot, but every time it freezes and gets set back and then it starts coming again, you're kind of in that zone right now. So you want to be ready for that. And our mineral sale actually runs through this Saturday, then it's over.
Okay.
And so it's $80 a ton off on all of our minerals, including our fly control and biomass, which right now would be a really good time to feed biomass to the cattle because the calves are going to be stressed. And biomass helps with scours and other benefits as well. But be a good time to think about that. And then, there's going to be yearlings going to grass and all that kind of stuff. And if you're going to, you're going to need mineral, just go ahead and get it bought right now. You know what the price is going to be, and plus you get $80 a ton off.
$80 a ton is significant.
It's even more now than usual, or than the last couple of years, because mineral prices have come down a little bit. So percentage-wise, it's actually more of a discount, you could say, because we kept the $80 on it. So it's a good, really good sale. We have it every spring, and somebody might say, I want to use 10 ton of mineral between now and August 15th or something like that, or September 1st. I want to buy 10 ton of it and then bring it out to me as we need it. We do that all the time, and we keep track of it on the board down there at the store. And the girls, we keep very good. We have a 3-way check system to make sure that you're right where you're at. What you paid for is on the board. And then we can bring your salt products out at the same time, or twine or net wrap or anything else that you need. So don't think that you have to take it all at once.
Okay. Silly question, because back in the day, mineral came only in the form of bagged mineral. Is that still pretty much prominently how people get it? Primarily.
There's some people that like it in lick tubs, and some people like it in blocks still, but far and away the most common form is loose mineral.
Okay. Yep.
And back then there was probably only 1 or 2 kinds, and now there's 100, but that's just the way it is. Yeah. It's specialized like everything else. So
yeah, and that's one of the reasons you do a lot of juggling with your inventory to make room for all those different products. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to mention also, I know we got just a few minutes here, but we have some really good clipped and cleaned oats. There was a lot of oats put in the ground before the snow, and there will be a lot put in after the snow. And I think we have 3 loads left. We're either on our 3rd or 4th load, I can't remember. But anyway, they're very nice oats. So if you want some good oats, we have them bag, tote, or bulk. If you want to pick them up in the bulk. We also have MGA on hand for synchronizing of heifers. It's going to be coming up here in a little bit. Some people have already started it, so if you need MGA out there, don't forget to book your cane seed with Evans Feed. And I actually have about 350 to 400 bags of sumac left, which has been really hard to get the last few years, and so I was able to snag some. So if you're one of those persons out there that likes sumac, we do have a little bit. It's hard to find, so got that. And we started carrying Redmond salt, so all the people out there, some people like that. And I want to mention, not to forget, Strongman Stringham's movie tomorrow night, The Blues Brothers.
Right.
It's very nice. Fox Theater down here. It should be a nice fundraiser for Kyle and the family. And just other than that, I want to wish everybody a happy Easter.
All right, Mike. It's always good to find out what you're up to and what you're providing for your producers out there. And, of course, folks, cattle is king. That's Mike's saying, but there's also all kinds of other animals. If you have an animal, Mike and his crew can feed it. You have the supply for it. So
we got something down there.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike.
Yep, thank you, guys.
All right, news is next on The Breakfast Show.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI. KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Rescue efforts in Baltimore have shifted from rescue to recovery of 6 missing workers who've been filling potholes on the Francis Scott Key Bridge when it was hit by a cargo ship and collapsed. Crews have found the voyage data recorder. The NTSB's Jennifer Homendy tells CBS it should provide key information.
We will pull that together to make sure we have a very accurate timeline of what occurred. We'll be able to see any sort of power loss and be able to report that later today.
A federal appeals court refusing to lift an order blocking Texas from arresting and deporting migrants suspected of crossing the border illegally. The state had hoped to enforce the law during the appeals process. Hopes were high.
Make me a millionaire, Lord. Make me a millionaire.
Yeah, there was just one winning ticket in last night's $1.1 billion Mega Millions drawing. It was sold, we are just learning, in Neptune, New Jersey. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, the North Carolina man accused of burglarizing a home in York with a handgun had 2 charges dropped. Prosecutors dropped 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder for 22-year-old Jonna Jewell on March 18th. He still faces 1 count of burglary, 1 count of possession of a deadly weapon during a felony, and 2 counts of terroristic threats. York police accused Jewell of breaking into his family's home with the intent of killing 2 family members on March 4th. Nobody was home at the time of the break-in, but video surveillance showed someone exiting the home. Jewell was later arrested by a York County deputy. They found that he was carrying a Model 25 Smith & Wesson handgun during the burglary. That's according to police. On Monday, Jewell was arraigned on 4 charges. He entered a plea of not guilty following his arraignment and waived his next preliminary hearing. He's scheduled to appear back in court on July 23rd for a pre-trial hearing.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
News from the NFL, where the league announced that it has approved a hybrid kickoff rule or rules for the coming season. Any kickoff that ends up in the landing zone that's between the goal line and the 20-yard line must be returned. No fair catches allowed. Touchbacks are going to be marked at the 30-yard line. And no surprise onside kicks will be allowed as well. In the NBA 4 games, Lakers without star LeBron James go into Milwaukee, beat the Bucks 128-124 in double overtime. LA was down 19 in the fourth quarter, rally back to force overtimes. The Lakers were led by Anthony Davis, who had 34 points and 23 rebounds. Austin Reeves added a triple-double, 29 points, 14 boards, 10 assists. Thunder beat the Pelicans 119-112. Oklahoma City moves a half game back of idle Denver for the top spot in the West. Warriors over the Heat 113-92. Mavericks down the Kings 132-96. NHL Rangers beat the Flyers 6-5 in overtime to clinch a playoff spot.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Today, with daytime highs approaching 38. Southerly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Lows dip down to about 24. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, highs around 57. A blend of clouds and sun. Friday, with daytime highs approaching 53. 51 Saturday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-230-2777. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-230-2777. That's 800-230-2777 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. 800-230-2777.
18 degrees outside, still mostly cloudy. Winds are light out of the north. Barometric pressure now rising at 30.04, humidity at 86%. Our high yesterday, 27, with an overnight low of 13. Sunset today at 7:58. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:28. The good news, an inch 27 precipitation in the rain gauge so far this month. Well, we told you earlier we have a good show lined up for you because we have a lot of really great guests, and our next guest from Adams Land and Cattle we're excited about. Brent, you recognize the guy over in the corner there?
I do. I met this guy in, I'm going to say probably 91, which was my first summer working here. And we're having some problems, I think, here at the studio.
Yeah.
Yes. And the main engineer was not available, so I think I called you. I forget what was happening, but I called you, and he said, well, give this guy a call, and I'll meet you out there or something. So here he comes, and when he walked into the door this morning, it brought back those memories. So
yeah. Lynn French, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. Elizabeth
good to see you guys.
Babcock is here. How you doing? I always struggle with your title because I think we should just call you Jack of all trades at Adams Land and Cattle.
Well, it wouldn't be fitting because there's so many trades at Adams that I think it would be, people might laugh at that one.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm a jack of some trades.
Okay. All right. Well, you do more than one thing, that's for sure. Well, thanks for coming in. Always enjoy talking to you about what's happening out at Adams Land and Cattle because I think surprising is the word that comes to mind when we start talking about the different departments and technologies and so forth. All that's going on out there is pretty crazy, pretty amazing. So what are we going to learn today?
Well, I twisted Lynn's arm a little bit. We've been here. We've talked about welding. We've talked about mill, all kinds of different jobs. And like you're so correct. Whenever we visit with tour groups or go to career fairs, I think generally when they hear a cattle feeding operation, they go straight to the core ops, which is the majority of our positions. But we also have those that support from, like we mentioned, the welding, the heavy equipment operators, to those in the office, data scientists to accountants. But I think probably some of the biggest surprises are farming operation, and that we have a farming team that supports our core ops as well.
Lynn, I think the story goes this way, and help me, Liz, if I'm wrong, but with the family, Adams family, back in the day before they really grew to this size, they actually had cattle just because they wanted to farm. They were actually figuring out a way where they could market their crops back in that period of time because it maybe wasn't so good to put it on the market. So they started feeding more and more cattle, and now the farming operation continues. I'm sure it's changed a little bit from back in the day too.
Yeah, the company has a very progressive farming operation out there. It's predominantly center pivot irrigation. We're spread out across central Custer County here. We do have openings in the farming department, and these positions are part of a farming crew, and that's what they do. I mean, they're focused on farming year round. Yeah. So, there's an off season during the winter time, but that time is for getting equipment upgraded, rebuilt, things that need to be done for the next season, and so that's what that group does. The other thing too is these guys they do a lot of off-season continuous education type things, so seminars and conferences, things that update their knowledge around fertility, farming practices. We do things like that in the wintertime with those guys. And it is. I mean, the company has invested a lot in the farming side of things. They've got current equipment. We've got high-speed precision planting equipment. We've got all the GPS-guided tractors. We're going to have another new chopper this fall. Those things they're 1,000-plus horsepower now.
Oh, my gosh.
So if you like technology, you like to be in a cab that's got a lot of screens and monitors and things, these planters are absolutely amazing. There's data flowing in front of you, everything from seed spacing to firmness of the ground to the temperature of the soil and everything associated with planting a seed. So there's a lot of technology involved. The company is very current on the farming side, and so people that want to be a part of that, we've got a position and opening for farming technicians. I will say we do a lot of research as well. So we're doing a lot of things with biostimulants, biologicals. We're even doing some parasitic studies this year in crop studies, crop soil health. We've got the traditional hybrid test plots that a lot of people do. So I can't count on one hand the number of different trials and research things we've got going out there this year on the crop side as well. And those guys are all a part of making that happen, helping us find the best practices, find the types of things that produce the best crop with the least amount of inputs. So lot going on out in that group out there.
So, Lynn, on some of the research that you've talked about, do you share that with other entities out across the ag world, or how does that work?
Well, we don't guard it necessarily. Okay. Some of the things are unique to us in our type of operations, and so they may not apply. But the hybrid test plot data, we've had people ask about that. Sometimes what we replicate are the same things that other test plots are doing.
Sure. So
it just generates one more data point. Hey, Adams Land and Cattle, under your farming practices, these hybrids here perform the best. So sometimes we're not doing anything more than maybe what some hybrid test plots are doing, but we're doing some things on the biological side that maybe are at the forefront. Some things, some of these biologicals that we're studying here are kind of specific to corn-on-corn operations that might be unique to a lot of other people, where corn, soybean, alfalfa rotations are more common. We're looking for ways to make corn-on-corn always improve. There's challenges with a corn-on-corn operation. So some things are unique to our operation as well.
Well, and if you're raising corn for feeding purposes, I guess it makes sense that rotation isn't as doesn't work as well if you're trying to raise feed every year for your cattle, right?
Yeah, soybeans bring a lot to a farming operation with being able to rotate around weed resistance problems and insect problems. But we raise feed for cattle and in the form of silage, and that's corn.
Yeah.
So,
okay, man, and of course, saying all the things you just said about what you do to raise feed for the cattle, then Adams Land and Cattle's buying feed from all across the region as well. So it takes a lot of bushels to feed the amount of cattle that are on the lot, right?
Absolutely. Our crop, we consume all of the crop that this farm team grows, all in the form of silage. But that don't take care of the whole the ground corn, the wet corn, the flaker corn needs that are out there. Those are millions and millions of bushels. So we just take care of the silage needs for the company.
So. That's amazing, isn't it? Got a question, Brent?
How many acres do you service, Lynn?
The company owns 5,600 acres, and it is that's predominantly corn, and mostly irrigated, center pivot irrigated corn. So,
and I suppose it varies with the season, but about how many employees does it take to farm that 5,600?
Well, there's 5 people up there in that group there. We have a farm manager, and that's all they focus on is farming, and there's different aspects of that too. We've got a manure program as part of the fertility program in farming that some other producers also do as well, but that's something that we do quite a little bit of. But that's what that group focuses on. It takes a team to do any of these operations. I mean, just keeping high-speed planters going. You've got somebody servicing the chemicals for the fertilizers for the planters. You've got somebody servicing the seed tender. You've got somebody making sure everything's happening on the right field the right way it's supposed to at the right time. So it's a team for just about any of these, including harvesting. Irrigation's a busy season, keeping all these center pivots going. It takes a village.
Yeah.
So,
also great opportunity for some young farmers out there who would like to know more about some of these technologies and make money at the same time, I would think.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's looking at the technologies involved with this equipment, what it takes to do this today is, I mean, it just is something that I think a lot of people, I'm a little biased. That's probably why I'm sitting here talking, because it is an interesting job. It is exciting thing to do.
Yeah.
Well, and it's a team that has a couple individuals that have been there over 25 years each, and just a wealth of knowledge from Lynn down to Trevor and within the team. And I do think it's a perfect opportunity for somebody who just has a passion or an interest in farming, because I mean, that is the core of your job. You're not going into other areas. You're working on the farming operation, and it's kind of a nice find of a career for somebody that has a focus on, has an interest on the agronomy or the farming side.
Mm-hmm. Sure sounds like it. And for you, Lynn, knowing you well, and since we've known each other for so long, putting what you like about farming and the ag side and putting together with your interest in technologies, it's a perfect fit for you, isn't it?
It is, and seeing how technologies come around, how we can use it. Data analytics is becoming such a big thing in farming. These tractors, these choppers, all of our equipment is cloud connected. I could pull up on my phone and tell you what's going on out in the field right now, what pieces of equipment are where. But more importantly, that data is pulled in, and we can pull analytics on it. Just a planter, the variable rate prescriptions. We have specialized software to develop the prescriptions that those planters run off from. Wow. So as it goes through the field, if there's good soil out there, it's changing the seeding rate, it's changing the fertility rates, and those prescriptions are developed in-house by our own folks. And they're sent out to the tractor through the cloud. They get loaded onto the tractor, push the button on the tractor, and let it go down the field and plant. So,
man.
But yields, coming in off harvesters, and yield data is extremely powerful and extremely important for us. That streams into us. We can take those analytics from that yield data and use that to help make decisions about fields and fertility and things like that.
So if Brent decided he wanted to go into the farming field and he got the job and he was out in one of those tractors and you looked on your phone and you saw the tractor was stopped, could you tell if he was eating a sandwich or not?
Well, we might have to do some satellite imagery to go out and verify a few things, But otherwise, I think we could get there.
I don't think the job's for you then.
Probably not. No.
Boy, that sounds like an amazing match of ag and technology together. Still get out there and enjoy planting those seeds in the ground and harvesting, all the things that farmers love to do, and then learn about all that technology and utilize it on the farm. Fantastic.
And farmers have a passion, and they typically love to grow corn. They want to get out in the field. They want to grow corn, and I think they like the technology aspect of it. This generation, we get concerned about people. They just want to work a lot of long hours, whatever it takes, and sometimes there's an aspect to that, but they have a passion for farming. Yeah. It's what they want to do.
Yeah, I don't think there's very many farmers that worry too much about, especially during particular seasons, as to how long their day is. That's for sure. Yeah. Lynn, thanks a lot. That's fascinating. And how do they apply if they're interested in some of the things you talked about?
Well, that's what Liz and her team do.
Yeah, well, and you might be listening to this and you say, well, I don't have an interest in farming, but I know somebody who does, or, know somebody, have a child that's studying at UNL, or, so a couple things. You go to our website, adamslandandcattle.com, and click on the career opportunities, and you can read all about the position that Lynn has talked about, and we have some others on there. But you can also actually, and I always want to hit this, is refer somebody. We rolled out our community referral program a few years ago, and think about somebody you know that's wanting to return to Custer County, looking for a new opportunity, and you turn that name in and make sure they apply. If they're hired, you get a nice wet age steak bundle from Adams, and really good. And then if they're employed for a year, you get $500 cash, and you can refer as many people as you want. But it's all there on the website, adamslandandcattle.com, or you can go to our Facebook, shoot us a message. But yeah, I bring Lynn because he's the expert. You say jack of all trades, but I couldn't have spoke to that like that. And, Lynn, you may know his engineering background, and he's got a team of engineers that report to him. In addition to the farming, he's got the heavy equipment team, the maintenance, and all of the production services. So I'll be trying to bring him again.
Okay. Well, it's like a spider web. It sounds like, everything's connected and networked together, each department. And so I suppose you have to know about other things besides just your own particular department, Lynn.
Well, farming is connected to feeding, right? It's nice to know what the value of that silage is and what are the attributes that you want in a silage product. Having that connectivity with everybody out there cross-functionally across all of cattle operations is important. The team's out there growing corn, but it is got a greater good, right? And understanding what attributes and what is needed for that product is part of it. So that's the part I enjoy working out there cross-functionally with everyone.
Yeah, sounds like it. Liz, you had some other things you wanted to highlight?
Yeah, if you don't mind. Well, first I brought you guys a gift each. Yes.
Wow.
An Adams hat each. So you might have seen, we just rolled out an Adams store with merchandise. It kind of came organically over the years. I kept growing the Adams merchandise for employees and their families, and there was an interest. And so they wanted to create a physical store. So in our office in town, there's actually a store set up with everything from coasters to hoodies to hats to youth merchandise to tumblers. There's so much in there. But every week I would get a message on social media from somebody across the world saying, I would like to buy a hoodie. How can I do that? So kind of brainstorming how it could be done. And the other thing we're passionate about other than feeding cattle is the youth and the community. So how could we partner that? And so all of the merchandise that is sold outside outside of other than to our employees and their families, all the proceeds go to our community giving program. So any hat sold, any shirt sold, the proceeds go towards food for youth, and then the Adams Giving Tree that goes back to Sixpence families to ensure that there's Christmas gifts under their tree, and then beef roast for their Christmas. So you can actually check it out yourself. We have it online, adamslandandcattle.com, and you can go to the merch store and you can check out all of our swag and you can purchase it. We partnered with Mr. Schweitzer at the Broken Bow High School, and he built the cubbies for it with the students.
Nice.
So it's kind of just been a really fun project to be involved with. Like yesterday, we were mailing out packages everywhere from Arkansas to South Dakota. We've sent things to Louisiana, to California, to Florida. Wow. Just so if you happen to, we've had people say, I saw somebody wearing a hat, and they just happened to purchase it online. So
that's amazing that it was kind of just grew on its own in a way, and then you guys have developed it.
Yeah, and to have that support our community back home is just really important to us. So if anybody's ever interested in checking it out, be sure to give us a call or shoot us a message or check it out online. But we had to give you each a hat. So
very much.
Yes.
Yeah, very much. Those are nice.
Yeah, those are good hats. I was going to ask you this question anyway, and then you mentioned Mr. Schweitzer, and I know that your family, your kids are involved in the 4-H and FFA for the fair and so forth. How important do you think that is? I mean, you're interested in the young people being in agriculture. FFA and 4-H, we see it every summer, but we kind of forget about it during the rest of the year. But those programs, especially at school, really highlight the possibilities in technology and agriculture.
100%. They are crucial to the future of the youth for especially career exploration. It's really neat what Mr. Schweitzer, Mr. Tenbensel, I think, and then all of the other. Custer County has really great ag and industrial arts teachers. We've been blessed with them. And then you add on the 4-H programs. But it's neat how that's even grown from when I was in FFA and 4-H and the career exploration that they do and the different kind of real-world projects that they're involved with. But yeah, down to the 4-H, I'm going to segue to our next thing is, it's our 11th year of doing youth animal quality assurance training, which we put on for the 4-H kids in partnership with the Extension. So we want to teach the kids the things that we're passionate about, which is, food safety, animal care and well-being and handling, and also that character and development. That's a big thing for us. So it's our 11th year. Last year we had over 160 kids, and so we just want to put a save the date for all the 4-H parents out there. That's June 13th. We'll be getting the details out, and we've got a really cool program that we're rolling out. But it's fun to see those kids and watch them from when we meet with them in 3rd grade, which we're right in the middle of going out to all the classrooms, to 4-H, FFA, and then coming back for internships and careers. Just neat how those programs have helped shape them.
Very good. And folks, if you doubt that Liz and family and Abram are not serious about 4-H and FFA, last year, I believe it was, your husband and the kids were showing not only cattle, but was it swine?
We got some pigs, and we got them again. and Miles is loving the pigs.
He likes that?
He does. He still has a steer as well, but Reagan's my cattle girl. That bovine is her passion, but Miles is really liking the swine as well.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool that they were showing swine and cattle. Was it last year?
Yes, yeah. He did pretty well, so I think that helped him a bit. He's a competitive kid by nature with wrestling and basketball. But I said, that was your first year. Doesn't always mean that'll happen. But he's been walking his pigs and enjoying them already.
Well, there's a lot in both programs that are beyond showing animals. Because of the what you talked about, Lynn, the technologies and all the different job opportunities out there that are in labs and in all sorts of places that people don't expect that agriculture reaches, right? Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, did we cover everything?
Yeah, well, the last thing, we're having our 30th blood drive tomorrow from 8 to 2 at the Adams office in town. So if you are, we have so many great opportunities to give blood in Broken Bow. You see it from the high school to the city building, and we just like to help support that. The Red Cross is always looking, and I think it's a high need. So we do still have some appointments left. It's 8 to 2. You can call us here, or send us a message, and we can get you signed up. Our employees truly enjoy supporting that, and we like opening it to the public as well.
All right. Now, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I have to ask you this, Liz. Because,
I was hoping it was for Lynn.
Well, I could put Lynn on the spot, too. Well, I know it's been very successful. I just wondered if you were going to be doing the compost again this year.
Yes. I was going to put that, but I didn't have any dates for you. Yes, our plan is to do the compost days.
So it will happen.
Yes, and I'll bring Dave in, of course. Okay. Dave's our resident compost expert, and he does a great job speaking about that program. But I'll come back in and we'll put save the dates. I always recommend follow us on our Facebook page, Adams Land and Cattle, and we'll get those save the dates and the calendar out there. For anybody that's listening for the first time, that's something we rolled out years ago just to give compost to our neighbors, and it is amazing what that does to the soil health and for people's gardens and for landscaping. And landscaping, it's just grown over the years. Dave's usually there with his tractor helping load up some of the small trailers, and we have employees, and Jerry Adams comes down a lot, and we're shoveling it into containers, and it's cool seeing all the pictures of how that's helped individuals' gardens just really thrive and become healthy.
So that's going to happen again this year?
It will, and yeah.
Okay, that's good to hear, because I think a lot of people would be disappointed.
I know. We've had people calling already.
All right. Thanks a lot. Adams Land and Cattle and French, thanks so much for coming in. It's good to see you always.
Yeah, good to see you
Liz,
again.
thanks a lot.
Yes, of course. Thanks for having us.
You bet. We'll take a time out with these words.
Moline Seed and Fence is your leader in agricultural fencing and animal management solutions. Let's get ready for spring with the new satellite water monitoring system from Gallagher. Check your tanks in seconds for a fraction of the cost of driving. Turn that time saved into a new fencing project. High tensile, barbed wire, metal, and pipe fencing all in stock and ready for your next project. Moline Seed and Fence, located southwest of Callaway. Give them a call today. 308-529-0781.
Happy Easter from Barney Health Mart in Broken Bow. Save on delicious Russell Stover and Baker's chocolates. They are 10% off. For the kids, there are plenty of toys to pick from for Easter, marked at 20% off. Also at 20% off are gifts and decor. Yes, that includes gorgeous Montana silversmith items featuring a great selection of cross necklaces and earrings. Open Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and Saturday, 8:30 to 12:30. Varney Health Mart, Broken Bow.
The morning Sandhills Drive never sounded so good.
In the mornings, we don't have to fight over the radio because it's one station.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
It's 8:31. You're listening to, yes, The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN. Thanks to Lynn and Liz for dropping by from Adams Land and Cattle and all of the different things. Really, I guess just one of the things that is going on as far as the farming side. We learned a lot more about the actual farming operation, which, as I mentioned at the top of the interview, I'm pretty sure the story went that Jerry and Bill's dad was getting frustrated and decided maybe to start feeding some cattle so they could just run the corn through the cattle to see if they could do it that way. It was something that people were doing and starting to do at that time, and it went from there.
Look.
Went from there. So pretty interesting story there. Okay, what else we got going on here, Brent? I've got some live reads to my right, and I can start with Sylvester's because this always excites people when Chris Lager is coming to town. Chris has his own style of guitar playing and singing, and his style is happiness, joy, warmth, and a good time. He's one nice guy and a musician that is very, very good and professional. And he likes it when you hit the dance floor and or just relax and listen to his show and watch him play. You can just sit there at the table and nod your head up and down. He'll be happy with that, or you can get up and dance. He's intense, a performer who has traveled all across the country honing his craft and continues to do that. He's making records all the time. He records and makes records and recordings consistently. He just doesn't ever quit. So he's always evolving and making new kinds of music. I would say his roots are blues. That's kind of where he got started, but he plays funk and all sorts of different things that he mixes into a show, and you never know when you go to a show what you're going to get. So Freddie's always excited to bring back Chris Lager. For some reason, when Chris Lager comes to town, Freddie likes to bring back bun darts, too. And there's a $100 top prize for the top finisher in bun darts, and they'll do that during the break. And as I remember, Chris Lager doesn't take a lot of breaks. He starts and he plays for a long time and takes a break in the middle, and then he plays for a long time. So there'll be a chance for somebody to win $100 during that break. And he'll be there this Friday night at Sylvester's. The show starts at 9, so grab your friends, come in, and expect a good time because it's all laid out for you to have a good time this Friday at Sylvester's, East Highway 2. In Broken Bow at the quiet little place that rocks.
Give you a job opportunity being posted now on sandhillsexpress.com. Just go to the employment page for all the details. RN LPN dietitian needed for the WIC program to enhance and make a difference in the lives of families. This is through Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership. This position could be full-time or part-time depending on the situation, depending on the individual as well. Has flexible hours. Please contact CNCAP for more information. Number to call is 308-745-0780. The extension is 105. You can also apply directly by going to their website, which is centralnebraskacap.com.
All right, thank you, Brent Apperson. More right after these words.
The Blizzard Bracket Challenge at Dairy Queen in Broken Bow is underway. For 12 days, one Blizzard squares off against another, and the fans decide who advances. The new summer Blizzard flavors are part of the bracket. Try the all-new peanut butter cookie dough, the ultimate cookie, brownie batter, and the picnic peach cobbler Blizzard, and many more. Pick up your bracket today and get your taste buds ready. On April 5th, the winner is crowned. April 8th from 2 to 4, everyone grabs a free blizzard of the championship flavor. Stop by and grab your bracket while they last. Happy tastes good.
Unlock the door to endless project possibilities at Ansley Lumber and Supply, where local service meets ag material convenience. Fencing post options include creosote and copper. Of course, they have staple guns and staples for fence repair, too. Gallagher fencers and accessories are on hand, and don't forget they're an authorized DeWalt dealer. Keep warm and clear the snow with shovels, hand and foot warmers, and ice melt. And keep it comfortable inside with their blow-in insulation and trailer. For the smaller projects, go with spray foam for around windows and cracks. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
All right. I think Brent has information about the Fox Theater today.
We do, yeah.
But we do, again, want to remind you that tomorrow night, the Fox Theater will be hosting a benefit fundraiser for Kyle Stringham and family. That will take place up, as far as we know, and I think that the original plan was to have it in the upstairs theater, which holds 90 to 100 people. And I'm hoping that we overflow it tomorrow night.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Because it should be a lot of fun. Kyle's one of his favorite movies is The Blues Brothers. And Stuart said the other day when he was here, and I think in your interview that you have on local news this morning, that it sounded like a fun movie to have. And so they've invited Ken Caters is coming in and helping with this fundraiser. And they're going to have a little bar there and concessions, and all the proceeds from that go to the effort, to the fundraiser. And it costs you $20 to get in to the movie, and all that goes to the Stringham family. Kyle is fighting cancer, and this is just going to be a good time. Now, you know a little bit more about the Facebook auction going on because you talked to the guys at Nebraska State Bank, so I'll let you finish this out if you would, please, and then you can talk movies if you like.
Yeah, sure. If you want to get involved in the Facebook auction that is going on for the Stringham family, just search out the Facebook page Strong Like Stringham, and then that'll take you to the page, and you can make bids in the comments section. Make sure you like and follow the page. So that's how you can get involved in it. A lot of amazing items that you can sort through on the Facebook page. They also have some of the items on display right there in Nebraska State Bank if you just want to walk in and look at some of the things that you can bid on. So I will encourage you to take advantage of that. Bidding is open now and will be closing Thursday night at 10. So keep that in mind. Here are some of the things that are showing at the Fox Theater. Of course, Dave talked about the big event coming up tomorrow, but things showing tonight include Ghostbusters, Who You Gonna Call? The latest, Frozen Empire, is showing now at the Fox Theater. Also, Kung Fu Panda 4 continues to show, and Arthur the King continues to show as well. Now, as we go to the holiday weekend and into next week, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire will continue. It'll continue showing through the weekend into next week. And they have fought against one another. Now, Dave, they come together to save the world. Godzilla and Kong.
Together?
Together, baby. It's the new empire. And it's one of the big blockbusters of the holiday season. So make sure you check it out. It's going to come to the Fox Theater in Broken Bow beginning on Friday. Godzilla and Kong, the new empire. And Kung Fu Panda 4, featuring the voice talent of Jack Black. It is continuing to show. It's been a big hit. And it will continue to show through the weekend into next week as well. To get tickets online, just go to watchthefox.com. Don't forget, Nebraska State Bank continues to sponsor the free popcorn night on Tuesday. And then, as Dave mentioned, don't forget about the special benefit movie performance of the Blues Brothers for the Stringham family. That event will be taking place on Thursday night.
To you, call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111.
Dreaming of a nice green lawn this summer? Then sign up for the AeroSeed 5-Step Fertilizer Program that takes the guesswork out of yard work. AeroSeed will send you a postcard when it's time to apply fertilizer, supply you with the correct amount of fertilizer, and even loan you a professional fertilizer spreader to apply it. Stop into AeroSeed today to learn more or to sign up for the economical 5-Step Fertilizer Program and make your dream lawn a reality.
8:43, almost 8:44. Brent and Dave with you here on The Breakfast Show. I've been thinking more and more about your party, and I wanted to I just wanted to...
You mean the party that's not going to happen?
No, there'll be too many disappointed people, Brent. So here's what I'm thinking.
Well, if you want to host the party, go right ahead.
I can't. I told you I just can't.
Well, like we can. I don't know if you've heard or not, but we have 2 weddings to put together this summer.
Well, I think we can slip that between the weddings.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I think you'll kind of be geared up in the mode, you know. So we need to find out if there's a hot dog stand somewhere that we could bring into your party, and see if we could get them, because then we wouldn't have to grill hot dogs, or you wouldn't, and you could just pay the hot dog guy to.
Oh yeah.
You know, maybe work up a deal with him. If he sells so many hot dogs, maybe you even get a kickback.
Have you had hot dogs from the little, the hot dog vendor? Have you experienced that?
Honestly, don't think I have.
Oh man, I went to liberal arts Bible school in Ohio, and it wasn't too far from Cincinnati, so we would go. A lot of us go to Cincinnati now and again, and Cincinnati had this really nice downtown area, and they would have hot dog vendors. Just there. Oh my.
Really good.
Oh my goodness. Just it got to the point where we would go just for that. It was, oh man, it was amazing. They had kind of their special hot dog for the Cincinnati area.
Oh yeah.
And then they would serve the Chicagoan, which is, I think, my favorite. But that is kind of cool. I don't know where you would go to find one, but man, hot dogs from the vendor with their little cart, and then the way they put it together. Oh man, it was fun and delicious.
I guess I'm thinking that during the years we did the Blues Fest, for a couple years we had a couple come in, and they brought brats.
Oh yeah,
in a stand like that,
and
that was a big hit. Now we could go with brats, or you could go with brats, but if we could find a hot dog / brats guy to come in with a little stand, that would make things pretty simple for you as far as the hot dog side of things. Now I don't know what you're going to do about the burgers, but think about it, Brent, and I'd be happy to. Like I said,
I think you should think about. You've been doing most of the thinking when it comes to this.
I think
so. You just think away there, Dave Burney.
I believe that you would be the most popular guy in town if you threw that spring fling party with Shelley, and you had the hot dog stand there. Oh my gosh!
Love the idea of a party, but no, we won't be hosting it.
You're stuttering.
Yeah, well, with you, that's all I can do. Car troubles putting a misfire in your day? Introducing C&M Auto in Anselmo. For routine maintenance to major repairs of gas and diesel cars or light and heavy-duty trucks, go with C&M Auto. They boast the latest diagnostics to diagnose and fix your vehicle's issues with quick response and a very competitive labor rate. Plus emergency 24-hour service rates outside their 9 to 5 Monday through Friday hours. Call 308-749-2277 for C&M Auto, located south of Chandler's Honey off Highway 2 in Anselmo. C&M Auto.
Is there anything better than getting rewarded? Let us ask you this. How many reward apps do you currently have on your phone? Are you 2 purchases away from that free coffee or maybe a sandwich? Well, maybe we have one last question. Are you being rewarded for spending? If you said no, we can help you change that. At Bruning Bank, we offer 4 levels of our Bruning Bank credit card so we can best match you with the credit card suited for your lifestyle. The best part? You earn rewards with every purchase. Give us a call today at 308-872-2757 or visit BruningBank.com to learn how you can make the most of your purchases. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Good morning to you. All right. Told you earlier we were excited about the show today because we have so many good people coming in, and this is no exception. This is right at the top of the line here. Before we go over to our next guest, though, we did receive a note from Mildred. Says the party is going to be so big, you'll have to have it at the baseball field.
Oh, man. Well, if you want to go with the hot dog vendor, baseball field would be a great place. I will say that. Hot dogs and baseball go together, man.
I agree, but Mildred, it wouldn't be as personal. It would be so much nicer in Brent's yard and Shelley's driveway there. I think that would be more personal than on a baseball field. Is a great place to have a party, but we'd have to get permission. And I don't think we're planning on getting any permission for the party in the neighborhood.
I was just going to say, have you spoke to Shelley about this?
Yeah. Oh, I've heard from Shelley about this. Dave doesn't want to talk to Shelley about this, I'll guarantee you.
No, I don't.
That's why he just keeps it here on the air with his ideas.
I'm very brave in here.
Yeah, boy, isn't he, though? Tiffany and Aubrey are here from Custer Care Center. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
How are things at the center? Probably getting ready for Easter, aren't we?
We are, yes. And Friday, March 29th, this Friday at 1:30 is the Easter egg hunt at the square. 0 to 3-year-olds.
4
will hunt in the park.
Okay.
And then 5 to 12-year-olds will get numbers, and they'll go around to the local businesses. And when you find your number, then you go in the business, and they give you candy. So it's always a great time, and we have a huge turnout. So
now, for the real little ones that just do their Easter egg hunting in the park, are you the ones that put together the eggs?
Yep.
And I'm just curious, how many eggs do you put together?
A lot. That's a lot.
I think
Too many
we're
to
up
count?
to 1,000.
Yeah.
1,000, really?
And the clients and staff sit and we stuff the Easter eggs. That's what they've been doing, and I think we still have quite a few left to go. But yes, around 1,000 is what we fill every year.
And I assume there's a little prize in every egg. Am I safe to say that?
There is.
There is.
All right. Sounds good.
You know, some might have one piece, depending on which client is stuffing the egg. It's always funny when you're sitting there watching them and they're like chewing it up.
Oh,
yeah.
I gotcha.
Yes.
Putting it in their pockets. What are you doing? Saving it for later.
There you go. Do you ever run out of candy because of that?
Well, we're short quite a few.
You
by
have
the
to
end
go
of the time.
replenish.
Yep.
Make a trip to the store a few times, I'm guessing.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Well, it's a great time, and I think that the weather is going to cooperate. At least the last weather forecast I looked at, it's not looking so bad. But it's great memories for the kids. It's great memories for the parents, too.
It is.
When you get to take the kids, and I know that the businesses really get into it, too, don't they, when the kids come into the business and get their Easter present?
Yep. The kids enjoy it. The parents enjoy it. It's always a good time. The clients love to go down and watch the little kids.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know, they love to watch them in the park hunt their eggs, and then they'll sit on the benches, and the kids will walk by and they'll talk to them and stuff. And the clients just really, really enjoy that.
Custer Care Center's kind of been involved with this Easter egg hunt, or has done an Easter egg hunt for many years now, haven't you?
Yes, we have. I'm not for sure how many years. I would have to ask them. But, yeah, it's been quite a few years.
That's what I thought.
Helped with it, so.
And the hunt, again, is going to start when? On Friday?
Friday at 1:30 at the city square.
Okay. All right. So. Sounds good. We'll encourage everybody to come out and take advantage.
It's a good time.
Yeah. Let's see. Other things you want to where do you want to transition to, Aubrey, next?
So we are looking to add some more people to our wonderful team of workers at Custer Care. We are looking for a part-time driver for transportation. So you'd get to work with Peggy, which in and of itself is a reward. She's wonderful. She's always fun. There's always candy in the office. And so she's just needing somebody that part-time during the week, she'll call you up and say, hey, I've got these trips this week. Would you be able to take them? This is a great job if you're retired and just need something to do, or even if you're younger and you need something to do. It's a good cup filler. You're helping a lot of people. You're filling your cup. You're taking them to their appointments. You get to meet a lot of good people. It's a lot of fun. I would do it if I like to drive, but I don't. So I'm at the office.
Well, I'm guessing, too, for a person who's interested, flexibility in their schedule would be important, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And she has it all laid out. I mean, it is very detailed. She goes through it with you, so it's very easy to learn. And the other thing, we're looking for some medication aids at the house to work. So those are the two places I think we're looking. And I'm always looking for clients for home cares. Okay. So as it's warming up and you're wanting to do some spring cleaning, or, you know, just realizing you need some more helps, call me and I would love to come meet with you, and we'll go over maybe having somebody come in and just help you once a week or twice a week.
The medication aids, now you have to have a certificate or be licensed as a medication aid, right?
Yeah,
to apply
you had
for
to
that.
be licensed through the state of Nebraska with the 40-hour medication aid class.
Okay.
So, yep.
All right. Let's see. The center itself, you're still full, I'm guessing. You always are, it seems like. But
we are full right now, and we still have a waiting list. You know, if you're looking for somewhere, you might call and get on the waiting list. You may not be ready when we call. That's fine. We'll go ahead and leave you on the list, and then the next time we have an opening, we'll call again. So, yeah, just call and get on the waiting list. Come in anytime you'd like for a tour and to visit with everybody, and we'll show you around.
And as we think about the future, there will be maybe some more availability, because I'm assuming you guys will be breaking ground or starting on your remodel and expansion if you haven't already.
We're hoping to start soon.
Yeah, good.
We're just waiting to hear back from everybody, but hopefully soon. I just want to snap my fingers and have it over with.
That's usually the way those things work.
Yes.
You wish it was that easy. What about your adult day services, Tiffany? Let's continue to talk about that a little bit. If people are a caregiver of someone, but they maybe need a break for a day, or they've got errands of their own that they have to run, they can bring that person to Custer Care Center during the day, correct?
Yep, correct. You can bring your loved one to Custer Care anytime, and you know, it might be, well, I've got an appointment I need to run to, and then I'll be back to get them. So they might be there like an hour, or they might be there 8 or 9 hours. They get meals, we can give them baths, we give them their medication if they need to take medication while they're there. They get to do activities. Yeah, we always have a good time, so we're always looking for people to come in and join us.
We mentioned this, I know it's posted on community calendar when you have it. I know Custer Care's involved in it, but can you talk a little bit about the support group? I think it's the Alzheimer's support group I think you're involved in.
Yep. So this winter we haven't had the support group just because we don't have enough interest in it right now, but we are looking to get that going again and everything. So it's a support group the second Wednesday of the month at 2 o'clock at the United Methodist Church. And it's for, like, if you're caring for somebody that has dementia or Alzheimer's, and you just need to come in and visit with other people that are dealing with the same stuff.
That can relate.
Yes. And it's just, I always, when I leave there, I always have learned so much from just listening to everybody else on what they're dealing with. So, yes, if you're interested in joining the support group, just give us a call at 872-6303, and we'll get you on the call list for that.
All right. Were there other things that you wanted to mention, or did we kind of hit the highlights at least?
We went to conference.
Yes.
A couple weeks ago.
March 13th and 14th.
Yes, and learned a lot of really good stuff. But Sandy and Nancy won awards.
Yes.
Oh, fabulous.
And so...
an excellent customer service.
Nice.
That does not surprise me with those two ladies.
No. I think I added up their years the other day that they've worked there together, and it's almost 50 years.
Wow.
It's right around there, yeah. So they've been there a long time, and believe me, I am constantly learning something new from them all the time. So
that's good.
Yeah.
All right.
That was cool.
Yeah, yes, it was.
Nice.
Well, ladies, thank you for coming in. Have a wonderful Easter coming up.
Would you take a look at this?
Yeah.
Want your opinion on that.
Oh, great. Dave, it's like we're in grade school again. Dave's passing notes.
It's a wonderful drawing.
Thank you.
Yeah, you should quit your day job.
What?
Brent's Brats.
What?
Available at the Spring Fling Party.
Oh, brother.
Is this
Here
something
we
I could
go.
stand behind? I could, yes.
Oh, thank you, Aubrey.
100% from me. You let me know what you need to get that rolling. And
Okay. Brent's Brats. I think we really start a new line of brats in the area. Just spinning off of the party.
His little, like, what do you call them, where you put all the brats in? It's a little wagon, that they push. It could have, like, all the sports theme. It could be, like, a themed brat.
Little white apron.
Don't egg him on. Please, don't.
I'm sure Mom will
him.
100% back this one.
When you go to when you go to the schools for ball games, you could set up your little cart outside and do like
Don't
a
be
tailgate.
inspired by this man.
He could. You could have a tailgate with Brent's Brats.
Oh, a tailgate. Yeah, that's good. Tailgate at the Spring Fling. I think maybe, Aubrey, I need to make the brat a little bit bigger, thicker. Because that looks more like one of those skinny hot dogs. Or, a hamburger.
It's okay. We can work on that.
Well, I'll make it bigger next time you guys come in.
That'd be great.
Look at it.
Brent's Brats.
Or you could have samples for us next time we come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brent, why don't you do that?
Oh, yeah, why not?
That would really add to the show.
I agree. Brats on the breakfast show. Brent's Brats on the breakfast show. That has like a nice ring to it.
It does.
See, it's all about marketing, guys. I want to take care and make sure that Brent has people showing up for his party. There's nothing more depressing than throwing a party and having no one show up.
Have we talked about having some bouncy houses?
Well, that's a great idea.
Or if we have it this summer, we could do like
I hate to
like
tell
a
you
slip
this,
and
but
slide.
your time is up. You only paid for what? We've already given you bonus time. Sorry. It's news time. Thanks for coming in.
Hold on, I got to push a button here. It says start buffer. I don't know what that means. Stop recording there. I recorded this on Facebook separately for you guys, so if you want to use it, and Brent, if you want to use it for promotion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, promotions.
Yeah. Brent's Brats, available at the Spring and Fling Party. What's your address again? Right next to Dave Burney.
Dave's neighbor.
Right across the street. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Recovery efforts resume in Baltimore in the search for 6 construction workers presumed dead after yesterday's massive Key Bridge collapse. FBI agent in charge Brian Hudson tells CBS Mornings.
We're doing the search along the entire length of the bridge that's gone out, and then we've expanded a couple hundred feet off of that.
Lots of meals are winding up in the garbage. CBS's Dave Malkoff.
In 2022, households across the world discarded more than 1 billion meals a day, according to the UN's annual Food Waste Index report.
All as a third of people around the world didn't have enough to eat. New York City transportation officials vote today on charging commuters an extra $15 or more to drive into Midtown. Eric Goldstein at the Natural Resources Defense Council.
This could well be a bellwether for how other cities deal with their problems of congestion and lack of funding for public transportation.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
News from the NFL, where the league announced that it has approved a hybrid kickoff rule or rules for the coming season. Any kickoff that ends up in the landing zone that's between the goal line and the 20-yard line must be returned. No fair catches allowed. Touchbacks are going to be marked at the 30-yard line. And no surprise onside kicks will be allowed as well. In the NBA 4 games, Lakers without star LeBron James go into Milwaukee, beat the Bucks 128-124 in double overtime. LA was down 19 in the fourth quarter, rally back to force overtimes. The Lakers were led by Anthony Davis, who had 34 points and 23 rebounds. Austin Reeves added a triple-double, 29 points, 14 boards, 10 assists. Thunder beat the Pelicans 119-112. Oklahoma City moves a half game back of idle Denver for the top spot in the West. Warriors over the Heat 113-92. Mavericks down the Kings 132-96. NHL Rangers beat the Flyers 6-5 in overtime to clinch a playoff spot.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Today, with daytime highs approaching 38. Southerly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Lows dip down to about 24. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, highs around 57. A blend of clouds and sun. Friday, with daytime highs approaching 53. 51 Saturday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Tens of thousands affected by the toxic water at Camp Lejeune are left with death, cancer, Parkinson's, dementia, birth defects, and other serious illnesses. And along with the harm, so many worries.
My family drank the Camp Lejeune water. What if our health gets worse and we need more financial help?
How do I protect my VA benefits and get the compensation I deserve and need?
The answer is simple. Call James Harris Law, the experienced, trusted law firm that can get you significant compensation while protecting all your VA benefits. We're already fighting for hundreds of Marines, families, and civilians who drank Camp Lejeune water. But if you miss the deadline, you could forever lose your right to the justice you deserve. So call our Camp Lejeune legal helpline now. Now may be your last chance to receive full compensation. Don't delay. Call 800-264-7711. That's 800-264-7711. 800-264-7711.
9:07. It is 21 degrees under a cloudy sky. This just in on our chat box from Gary, and he says, when do tickets go on sale for the Apperson block party?
Tickets, oh my goodness.
Now we can sell tickets. You know what? You might end up...
We're not having a party.
Well, now wait a minute. Hold on. You're being resistant to this. There's no turning back now. But here's the other side of it. Think about this for a moment. People are willing to buy a ticket to your spring fling party in your yard. Now, you have 2 weddings this summer. Oh. and you happen to have 2 daughters. So you're going to need a little extra cash. So if you have the spring fling party...
if you're going to turn it into a fundraiser for Brent, maybe I could get behind that.
Well, there are, production costs and marketing and so forth that I'll be taking care of.
Oh, yes.
That I'll be needing to, withdraw from the actual revenue, of course, because I would be doing services for you. But you might think about that. They're willing to buy a ticket. Wow, that's a pretty good idea.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Hey, we got examples right now in this world of people selling things that...
Yeah, good point.
that I don't think there's any rules.
Yeah, that's a good point.
9:09 is your time. Oh, let's see here. I was going to play... I kind of give up on the titles. I started looking for titles, and they're not as numerous as you might think. There's, May the Bird of Paradise Fly Up Your Nose, and there's a few that stick out.
There was one, I don't think it was a big hit, but it was called Dog on a Toolbox. I always like that one.
I don't think I've ever heard that one.
Haven't you? Yeah, we played it. I want to say it was a 90s hit. James Bonamy was the one who sang it. He didn't have a lot of hits. Had maybe a couple of hits.
Dog
on a toolbox. Dog sitting on a toolbox. Sometimes I feel like a dog sitting on a toolbox. Something like that.
Here's Eddie Rabbit.
Tyler Brugden Hill shares what farmers need to know going into the 2024 growing season.
Corn rootworm is always top of mind, being a $2 billion pest of the industry. But another one we can bring up is western bean cutworm, which is a great way to talk about our VT4 Pro traded corn products that we are beginning to test and have available commercially. So the VT4 Pro trade is going to be able to bring you triceptive protection above ground, which is going to give you great control with western bean cutworm and species like corn earworm, but also offer two modes of action below ground against corn rootworm, one of those being our RNAi technology.
Read and follow pesticide label directions, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices. 2024 Bear Group, all rights reserved.
Now you're thinking about it.
Yeah, stop
He's talking logistics, folks, for his party.
No, not my party. Maybe a party, but not mine.
Oh, let's see. I have some things I need to do here. Oh, that does come to mind that sometimes you don't always hear me, Brent, and I think maybe you should have your hearing checked because I'm just feeling like you wouldn't ignore me, you wouldn't pass me off, but sometimes I just don't think you hear me, and maybe you should have your hearing checked at Nebraska Land Hearing. Right now is a good time to do it because they have this pricing for the Genesis rechargeable hearing aids. So if you needed hearing aids, they got a special. And promotional discounts as well for being a new patient, which you would be. And also existing patients can also get in on these deductions. and they have buy local discounts. The sale that's going on right now for the pricing for the Genesis rechargeable hearing aids concludes on April 15th. And you can call, make an appointment with Roxanne at 308-384-3852. If you can find time to do that, I think that would be a good idea, Brent.
Yeah.
She's board certified, specialist with all the instruments with over 35 years of experience right here in Broken Bow, Nebraska. That number again, 308-384-3852. Her clinic is located in the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce building on the east side of the square in Broken Bow. Her name is on the front window.
Great. Here's another job opportunity for you that you can find out more about by going to sandhillsexpress.com. Just go to the employment page. Nebraska Department of Transportation has an exceptional opportunity for a highway maintenance worker to join their team in Ansley. At the Nebraska Department of Transportation, they reward their employees' hard work with a friendly and supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation. They provide training and career development, advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, work-life balance, and a comprehensive benefits package that includes a matching retirement contribution. To apply, you need to go online. So go to this website, statejobs.nebraska.gov, and online state application must be completed. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity, veterans preference employer.
Chapin's Furniture, Square One Boutique. Oh, it's Wednesday.
Yeah, what's for Wednesday?
One of the most used phrases, I should say, in the English language is what's for lunch. At Chapin's Furniture and Square One Boutique, they're saying what's for Wednesday, just like Brent said. Lola and Connie at Chapin's Furniture are over this winter weather. They're tired of it, and they want to brighten things up in your home. So today, and today only, they're giving you 25% off the spring Easter home decor just in time. So stop in and let them show you all the fun decorating ideas for spring. Connie's really good at it. Lola knows her business there as well. And Chapin's Furniture, by the way, is on the south side of the square in Broken Bow. Now, don't forget, it's also tuxedo time for weddings and for proms. Lola gives $10 back to the schools for each tuxedo rented for their prom. Chapin's has given close to $1,000 to area schools in years past. Check out the new styles and colors available this year. And if you want to skip the rental and just buy the suit, Lola can help you with that as well. Chapin's Furniture and Square One Boutique. What's for Wednesday today? 25% off spring and Easter home decor.
All right. Sounds good. I want to remind you of Quality Senior Villages, a wonderful care facility here in Broken Bow that specializes in assisted living care for those battling through Alzheimer's and dementia. Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow believes that an active life is a nurturing experience, and at their facility, residents can thrive and live in an active lifestyle. To find out more about the facility and some of the things they offer, not just in the facility, but even outside the facility as well, please give them a call today at 872-6387. That's 872-6387 for Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow.
All right, thank you very much. I'd like to thank the businesses who make the video streams and replays on The Breakfast Show available. Central Nebraska Warehouse and Storage, Culligan, Fairta Auto, The Garden Center, Hunter's Towing, Ideal Realty, Quality Senior Village, Ross Electric and the Hertique, Runza and V-Bar, all making, when you watch the show, you'll see their ads scroll across. Thank them sometime for doing that for us so that you can watch the show as well as listen to it. So later in the show, I'd like to know who's leading in the Dairy Queen brackets.
Yeah, last week, Craig Safranek of Dairy Queen came in and visited with us. And, of course, this is March Madness. You got the basketball tournament going on.
You sure do.
Men's and women's college basketball tournament. Sweet 16 for the men gets started on Thursday. Cannot wait. That's tomorrow night.
I'm interested in the ice cream.
Oh, sorry. Well, anyway, Dairy Queen in Broken Bow has put something together that's really fun that kind of plays off the whole March Madness thing. And they put together a bracket of blizzards. There are so many different kinds of blizzards that they have at Dairy Queen. And so they've kind of come up with a bracket, and they're matching them off against one another. And this is all leading us up to April 8th, when all customers will receive a free mini Blizzard of the winning flavor. So we're kind of playing our way through the Blizzard bracket.
Mm-hmm.
And you want me to go through it now, or you want me to wait?
Yeah,
okay,
go
all right.
for it.
So this started on March 24th, and the first matchup was the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup versus the Peanut Butter Cookie Dough. And your winner is Reese's Peanut Butter Cup advances.
Oh, good.
In the bracket. So they will now take on, in the second round, Dave, Butterfinger. Now, to me, this is an upset. Maybe not for other people, but in my mind, it's an upset. Butterfinger took down Snickers.
No.
In the first round, yes.
Must have been a bad call.
So it could have been. So in the second round, they will match up on April 1st. Peanut Butter Cup Blizzard versus Butterfinger Blizzard. Now, also in the opening round, this was yesterday. Ultimate Cookie took on Oreo.
Ooh.
The winner was?
Oreo?
Yeah, not a surprise to me.
They've been a favorite
Oreo,
a long
they're
time.
kind of a favorite, I think. So Oreo advances. So now you've got the matchup for today. The winner here moves out to play Oreo. I'm loving this. Okay, today's matchup, Brownie Batter versus Chocolate Extreme. That's your Blizzard matchup today.
These must be kind of like Cinderella teams.
Yeah, I don't think I've had either one. I'm not sure. They both sound delicious, though.
Yeah, they sound good.
Here's the way you vote, folks. If you go to Dairy Queen today and you purchase either the Brownie Batter or Chocolate Extreme, you get 2 points for that Blizzard to help them move out in the bracket. Also, you can vote on Dairy Queen's Facebook page, Dairy Queen Broken Bow Facebook page. Go there, and you can vote for your favorite Blizzard. Again, the matchup today is Brownie Batter versus Chocolate Extreme. So that's your matchup for today at the Summer Blizzard Challenge at Dairy Queen in Broken Bow.
Fantastic. That's a great idea. Brackets for the Blizzards.
Yep.
And you can vote just by purchasing one, right?
Yeah. You get more points if you purchase one of the Blizzards, or again, you can go to the Facebook page and vote as well. And again, the winning Blizzard will be celebrated on Monday, April 8th with a mini Blizzard giveaway of the winning flavor from 2 to 4 on that day.
Fantastic. Circle B Stitch in Post at 43920 Paulson Road, ready to go for spring and summer. I can just imagine a pullover, a hoodie, in case it's a little cool at your party. This is Spring Fling 2024. Shelley and Brent Spring Fling 2024 embroidered on that hoodie. That would look sharp. It's also wedding season. We just told you about that. You already know about that. Also, baby showers are being planned, and Velma can help you find the best personalized gifts available right here in this area. Afghans, blankets, towel sets, and more, all personalized for that happy couple or new parents. Velma also carries letter jackets that you can get set up for next year now, and she can make that very, very cool. And she basically can create something you're going to like or love. And she has some new items in stock as well as things that she can order for you. Just stop in or call Velma and get your creation started today at 872-6173. Quality custom embroidery at the Circle V Stitch and Post. That address again is 43920 Paulson Road. All right. I did find one song.
Oh, you did?
That has kind of a quirky title. So I'm going to play it for you.
Okay.
One I think you're going to like.
Take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more.
All right. Johnny Paycheck with some thoughts there on job opportunities.
Yes.
This just in, and this is a serious note, folks.
Kristen just handed us this note, received a phone call that the Custer County Courthouse and the Veterans Office, which is located right there by the courthouse on the same block, those offices are closed right now, says for emergency. That's all the information that we have at this time. So Custer County Courthouse and Veterans Office temporarily closed, and we have been told that they will inform us when they are open again.
All right. Thank you, Brent. 9:27. I don't know about you, Brent, but I think I could eat pasta for breakfast.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Sounds really good,
I
doesn't it?
probably could, too. I could eat pasta any time of the day.
And Pizza Hut pasta is excellent.
It is good, yes.
Julia is on the line to tell us maybe a little bit more about pasta and pizza. Good morning, Julia.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing good this morning.
Good. How do you feel about pasta?
Our pasta is some of our best selections here, I would say, because it gives you a meatless option in store, which isn't offered very often around these areas. But so you got the cheesy Alfredo and the veggie pasta, and then you've got the chicken Alfredo and the Italian meats pasta. They're to die for. And with the cheese sticks on the side, you can't complain.
Boy, who would want to complain about that? That sounds really, really good. And that pasta is available throughout, like, the noon hour and dinner hour?
Yep, it's available all the time. It's actually so popular, sometimes we run out of the pasta, and I've had to up my inventory for the pasta because we've been selling so much of them.
Well, this really hits the spot. And like you say, if maybe you need a little break from the meat proteins, that's a great way to do it. Still very, very tasty and filling. So keep up the good work there. Now, what's going on in the world of pizza?
Well, we are doing our Easter celebration starting today through the 31st. We'll let you guys come in. The adults can participate in looking for the golden Easter egg to find a fun extra little discount for themselves. We'll be giving an Easter egg with some candy and a treat in it for the kids whenever they come in. And we've got a coloring contest with some Easter baskets for some kids to win, too.
That's great. That sounds like a lot of fun and a real treat. So thanks for working that up. How we sitting for delivery people and employees, and then we'll get back to some more of the food. But I didn't want to forget to ask you about that. I think you guys are making real progress on filling those positions. What do you need filled up for now?
At this point, send any delivery drivers my way, people, because as far as everything else, I've got server applications that I think I've gotten. I just got 6 new applications in, and I got interviews set up this week. So I'm really excited for that. I really just need some delivery driver applications.
Well, that's understandable because, I don't know, there's something about pizza and delivery. I think it kind of actually kicked off delivery of food to people's homes and businesses. Pizza was kind of the first thing that was delivered, I think, because you could put it in a box and take it. And it's always really, you guys always make sure it's nice and warm when it arrives at the house. And so it's a great way to not cook and enjoy a great meal at a reasonable price as well. So what else did you have on your mind today that we didn't ask you about, Julia?
So we've got a $12 any large pizza special going on right now. And while that's going on, we will be opting out of our $7 deal levers deal that we've got. And then I believe they're bringing that back after they're done with this $12 any large pizza special.
That's a good move, and people will love that. So are you guys going to be open on Easter?
I do believe so. We might close early, but as far as I'm aware, I think we're open.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know that people can stop in, give you a call. I think progress from the old COVID days is really, really rolling for you. Sounds like you're doing a great job, Julia, and I hope people will stop in and use the dining area, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of why we wanted this whole Easter celebration to go off, and I kind of thought opting in for it being 5 days long, so everybody gets the opportunity to stop in and join us for it, makes it a really great opportunity for all of you.
It sure does. It sure does. Well, Julia, thanks so much, and happy Easter to you.
Happy Easter.
Take care.
Take care.
All right, 9:32. Brent, any last thoughts?
Last thoughts? No, I don't think so.
Okay.
At least none I want to share.
Yeah, I got you. We'll take a quick time out. I'll give you 60 more seconds to think about it.
Okay, thanks.
When we told growers that Bayer Premium Trivolt herbicide for corn delivers visibly clean fields for up to 8 weeks, they were a bit skeptical.
We'll see how it works.
So we decided to prove it. We set up cameras in multiple cornfields, treated them with Trivolt, and filmed for 24 hours a day. For 8 weeks, we saw a variety of weather conditions, and Trivolt worked. See for yourself at TrivoltInAction.com. Trivolt is a restricted-use pesticide. Consult your state pesticide regulator for specific restrictions. Read and follow pesticide label directions.
Challenge. It's not something you shy from. It's a chance to up your game. Every day brings a new challenge. But with the enhanced Channel Seed brand on your side, you can rise to it. With our top-performing seed, innovative digital tools, and expanded agronomic support, you can turn tomorrow's challenges into your next advantage. Your enhanced Channel Seed brand. Let's rise to the challenge. Learn more at channel.com/rise. Read and follow pesticide label directions, IRM, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
Well, you give these two DJs a chance to think about what they might want to add, and you've got trouble because we've got a couple things here. I know you wanted to get the announcement on at least one more time there.
Just a few minutes ago, we were informed that the Custer County Courthouse and the Veterans Office on that block here in Broken Bow, those facilities are closed temporarily, we've been told, for emergency. We know no other information than that. So Custer County Courthouse and Veterans Office temporarily closed, and we've been informed that they will try to contact us so we can tell you when they are reopened. But Custer County Courthouse, Veterans Office in Broken Bow, temporarily closed at the moment.
All right, very good. Wanted to thank our ag sponsors that are bringing the messages on KCNI KBBN to you folks out there about agriculture. And we want to thank Bruning Bank, Custer Public Power District, the Grocery Cart, Power Solutions, Mount Custer Truck Sales, Tri-S Ag, Nebraska State Bank, Brad White Equipment, Custer Federal State Bank, Trotter Service and Trotter Fertilizer, AgriBest Feeds, Mead Lumber, Agrit Technologies, Sun Valley Landscaping, State Farm Insurance, Donna Cahill, A1 Auto Repair, and Downey Drilling for making those available to you on the air. Also want to remind you real quick before we go, don't forget about tomorrow night's gathering at the Fox Theater for Kyle Stringham and family. Tickets are $20. Go upstairs. You'll find the Blues Brothers movie. You'll find Kincaider's there, and you'll find yourself feeling like it's time to contribute if you haven't done so already, because this is going to be a fun time. And then, as Brent mentioned, there's an online auction going on right now on Facebook, and that address again is?
Just search out Strong Like Stringham for the Facebook page.
All right. Thanks, Brent. We'll talk to you folks tomorrow at 7:30.